Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about starvation mode, what it is, how it works, and how to mitigate the effects of starvation mode. Okay, so your body is very clever, okay? When you reduce your calories during a diet, of course, your body will begin to make changes, mostly hormonal and metabolic changes, to fight against weight loss. Now you'll notice when this happens because your weight loss at that point will slow down and reach a plateau. If you're monitoring your weight loss, you'll know exactly when this happens. Now, when this occurs, your body fat will begin to overshoot. And what that means is that it will be on standby. So whatever you eat, any sort of calories, energy, nutrients, it will just be waiting there, waiting to grab it and store it to restore the depleted fat stores, which is great. It protects itself, it defends itself, but it's not great if you're trying to lose weight. So, how does it actually work? It actually starts off with a calorie restriction, okay? When you reduce your calories, obviously your body fat will start to break down because your body will need to gain its energy from somewhere, and it's most likely going to get it from the body fat stores. So begin to break down the body fat stores and your fat cells begin to shrink. Okay, they don't actually disappear, okay, they just shrink or expand, and that's pretty much just what happens. So, because your fat cells begin to shrink, they will be releasing less leptin. Now, leptin is a hormone that regulates your appetite. If there's not enough leptin, it will reduce your metabolic rate to allow the body to, instead of burning those calories and use it to serve for your activities and your errands, it will store it, okay? So it'll bring down your metabolic rate so it can use those calories to restore its depleted stores. Not only that, it also sends a signal to the brain telling the brain that, you know, your fat cells are shrinking, you have to do something about it. And what the brain does then is it releases another hormone called ghrelin, which just shoots up your appetite. If you've ever felt like your weight loss isn't going anywhere and you're really hungry, this is due to those metabolic and hormonal changes. So, what does that mean for you? Not only your body will be more efficient at storing body weight, it'll be burning less calories, but your appetite will be through the roof, okay? So it's not very good, is it? Now, when you give into that hunger, this will enable the body fat cells to expand again, okay? If you've ever seen someone gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, it's simply due to those fat cells shrinking and expanding back and forth. You just can't remove them unless obviously surgically. Another thing that I sort of wanted to point out, if you haven't yet noticed, is your body at that point will be more than ready to regain all of its weight, restore its fat stores, and potentially create new fat cells, which means that you're likely to gain more weight before before the diet. So the way it works is obviously your metabolism is down, it's too low, your hunger is up here, and it has all this space to sort of force you to do what it wants you to do. And obviously when you give into that hunger, it's just going to do what it has to do, which is restore its fat stores, okay? Now, just to give you an example of how it works, say for example, one day I'm eating 2,000 calories, and I'm like, right, okay, I need to go on a diet, I want to lose some weight, and I start eating 1,500 calories. And this means that I'm on a 500 calorie deficit. As a result of that deficit, I'll be losing approximately 1 pound of weight per week. Now obviously I'm in my calorie deficit, my body starts to make its changes, I start to get really hungry, and I'm really tired, and all I want to do is just eat, okay? But let's say I don't eat, okay? Let's just say I am very committed and I have strong will. I'm just going to keep it going, and I can keep going for months. Let's say I keep it going for years. It doesn't matter because those metabolic changes are still occurring and your body fat is still waiting for all those calories. So what will actually happen is one day, say I've lost all the excess weight I wanted to lose, I'm at the weight I wanted to be at, and I go back to eating my normal calories. By that point, my metabolism is way too slow to just increase those calories, and my body fat is just looking to grab those 500 calories. So when I go back to eating 2000 calories, I'm just going to gain it all over again because my metabolism is too slow to burn those calories due to the calorie restriction I've been on, and my body fat is just enjoying all this energy and it stores it, okay? So this is exactly how it works, okay? You cannot go from one day to another, okay? And this whole process as well is triggered depending on how big your calorie deficit is, okay? It is not safe to reduce your calories by 700, 800. No, reduce your calories by 500, no more. Your hormonal and metabolic changes will still be triggered, but if they're not severe, it's not going to have such a huge impact on your body, okay? Now, if you start to reduce your calories to the point where you're really, really hungry, it is time to stop, okay? Because you're only harming yourself and your body, and it's not going to get you anywhere, because in a few months' time, couple of years, you will actually still gain weight. So how to mitigate these sort of changes? The most important thing is dedication and commitment, okay? If you're going to commit to a diet or a calorie deficit, stick to it, okay? But make sure to choose one that isn't too harsh on you or your body and your lifestyle. If you have a physical or an active lifestyle, a 700, 800 calorie deficit is going to get you absolutely nowhere. You'll last maybe like a week or two, if that, and then you'll be way too hungry. At that point, you could be creating more fat cells when you go back to eating normal. Or, you decide to binge eating because you're so hungry. Another thing is, after you've reached your weight, your goal weight, don't just jump back to eating your normal calories, okay? The best thing you can do is a reverse diet, okay? If you want to know more about the reverse diet, go to my blog and search reverse dieting, and there's essentially a step-by-step guide on how to do it properly and the benefits of it. It's essentially what the name suggests. So instead of reducing calories, you're slowly reintroducing calories into your diet. By doing that gradually, you're slowly speeding up your metabolism and sort of regulating your appetite as well, which is the best of both worlds. But yeah, so I hope that this video helps, and if you have any questions, please DM me. I'd be happy to answer any sort of questions. Thank you.